Tonight's bold accusation, Jodi invented her parental abuse. You guys have been weighing in on Facebook. Hashtag Jodi Jury and HLNTV.com. Let's start there. Juana doesn't have a comment, but you know what? That gets us right to Twitter. Of course, it was just a fantasy Jodi invented, but I also bet her parents would admit anything to save their daughter.
That's an interesting comment from Lori, but the bottom line is this fantasy word is important because that's what her mom is saying about everything. It was just her childhood fantasy, this alleged abuse that she invented in her mind. Fantasy, fiction.
But this is why it's so complicated. Remember in Casey Anthony, everybody kept saying, oh, the parents would say anything to protect their daughter, yet they're still saying Jodi had a fantasy vision of her upbringing.
If we do get to the penalty phase, I believe her parents will get up there to try to save her life.
I know, I think so too. All right, let's talk about Mildred, who says, I believe Jodi's mother. Jodi needed some form of abuse to justify her pretend reaction to Travis's attacking her. I think the abuse was the doctor's idea. Well, that would be interesting.
That would be unethical, too.
Yeah, exactly. She'd be in a lot of trouble just for Jodi Arias.
Yeah, I don't think Jodi needs any help in creating lies. So I'm not believing that it's the doctor's idea. But I do believe it was a pretend reaction.
All right, let's go to Facebook, see what's happening there. Gina says, I think she was probably off her entire childhood, but didn't raise too many red flags. Her mental illness really evolved later in life. And, you know, this does happen. So it's an interesting point. Sometimes people may show slight things, but over time, it evolves, and maybe that happened with Jodi.
And if there was something happening, and I think we all do believe that she was off her entire childhood, her parents, I don't think, were sophisticated enough to know how to deal with it, and didn't give her the resources that maybe would have saved Travis's life eventually if she had gotten the help that she needed. But remember, she's not criminally insane. They went down that road. That road is closed. She knew right from wrong at the time she killed Travis.
So they're dealing with what they have. All right, keep weighing in on our Facebook page. Hashtag Jodi Jury, HLNTV.com.